Hey, this is Black Woman 7 here, and today we'll be discussing our PFA Week 6 battle up against Marcusube, or Mark, so, of the Miami Heatmors. So, Mark has a really good team here, um, in which he has Mew, Fini, Manchow, Dragonite, Lantern, and Rotom. I suspected that he brought both his electrics because he didn't want to deal with the Manaphy, and as well as like having a way to check Zapdos as well. So those are mons I've been using a lot lately. So other threats he could have brought were like Nidoking, which was a huge threat that I kind of had. That I honestly I was kind of at first I was like I don't know whether or not he's gonna bring it, but I thought it was very likely because he has like T-spikes and rocks. But then again, like Mew can also be rocks as well, so it's like, yeah. Then you have CharY, which is a huge threat to my team. But then it's like a huge like, then it's like trying to deal with like sand in general. So I'm trying to do. I have to try to deal with sand and Charx. So and some of my especially like or some of my mons like Manaphy and the Zapdos. So some of these Pokemon I have are somewhat built especially defensive, like the Romatis, the Manaphy, and the Hippo. So, Escadrille and like Escadrille Zapdos, and I think Charizards are the only ones that are like they're just regular. I think they have some like investment here and there, but then again, it's not notable enough. So, but we'll get to that in a bit. So yeah. So other threats he could have had also was another one was like Dredagon, but I was like, oh, he didn't bring Dredagon. I think it was either between Dragonite or Dragonite, so yeah. For this game, I was debating on what to bring, but then I realized, you know what, I kind of have to bring my Sand mode here, as well as Manaphy, despite my intent, like the fact that he had like ways, like good ways against it with those two electric types. But like I realized Mew is such a huge problem to this team that like I just couldn't let him like set up. So with this Manaphy set, I actually brought Heart Swap, so that way I could actually break through stuff like um, let's say like let's say Sword Stance Mew or Calm Mind Mew mostly, as well as Fini. So I do have a Toxic Zapdos, which is really nice here for it to just wear down certain Pokemon. So, and we brought our newest recruit in Aromatis with the CM. It's pretty much Wish Pass with CM as well. So we'll just get right into it. So I lead off with my Zapdos as he goes into Shifu, the Mianshao. So for Mark. For this game, I'm deciding, okay, since he leads this thing off, he's probably just going to use her now. Not going to go for, I'll see some information he has. So turns out he's Life Orb, and I do get a Paralysis as I go for Toxic, so this might be a good turn for me, you might suspect. However, I think this forces him to reveal Heal Bell very early, so this allows me to switch into Hippo. So even though like, oh, I lose out in statusing 2 Pokemon immediately, at least I'm able to get a Pokemon for him for free. So here I decide to go into like go for rocks, and this does give me momentum. So now these rocks are up there. So I'm debating whether or not like to go with the Charizard, but I decide, you know, I'm gonna pull a trigger because one of the tech moves I do have to combat this Fini is the fact that I do have Sword Stance over Sturrican Dance, because like he has a lot of really fat stuff like Dredagon, Mew, and Fini, and I realized I have to break through this. I need a breakthrough in some way. So Sword Stance Charizard is really nice because he could just do over 50%, well over 50% here. So before he knows it. So and Fini is at this point extremely weak. And even here he makes a really great call, like and like goes into Mianshao because you know it threatens his because of the Charizard threatens his entire team, he thought, okay, I'm gonna try to threaten it out. So, but at this point, I go into those or Aromatisse because I don't want him to like Charizard could still do some work here if I could get it to, if I could get it in the right moment. So yeah. Alright, at this point in the game, I'm debating between what I can do, and since I had to, like, he did force out my Charizard, but I do get a lot of information knowing that he has Stone Edge in return, so his coverage must be somewhat limited between fighting move, and he must not have like a poison move or knockoff. So here I decided to stay in, as he's probably like regen. So here I go for Wish, as he goes into Mew, Threat, and I'm going for Moonblast as I get a special attack drop. So this is very huge. So here I decided to go for Wish, see what he wants to do. I go to Blue, and he goes for Nasty Plot. However, I don't want him to sleep me, so I just go for Hard Swap here, and I go for Surf just to knock out the Mew. So yeah, as like he sends in a Mian Shout. So the reason why I stay in there is because I think Blue has done its job. Blue's job was mainly just to break his team or get rid of Mew. That's one of the other things, so I still have enough responses for the rest of his team. Just need to get rocks and just maintain it. So here he goes for knockoff, as I do decide to go for the Earthquake just for regular, just to like get some chip onto like say Lantern. So here Mancha goes down. So yeah, here he goes into Scrotum Wash, or just regular Scrotum or Rotom or whatever you gonna call it. Here he goes for Shadow Ball, as it does a lot because it's crit, but as it turns out, it's not gonna matter much because it was Scarfed anyway. So I was like, oh, then he's gonna kill me, two-shot me anyway. So it was really dumb of me sending this guy in that early, prematurely. So I think that was a really dumb play on my end because I thought he was gonna burn me. So I didn't want Charizard to, Hippo to be set up fodder for, Dragonite. So as I only had like Zapdos just to add maybe Hippo Aromatisse just to deal with the Dragonite. So yeah, the way he's playing is it's likely inclines that he has set up Dragonite. So good thing though is that we do have a tech option for this thing. So he sends in the Lantern, probably to bait out the Dragonite. However, the thing is, I think he realizes at this point, I do have stand up, but he does have leftovers to circumvent the damage. So yeah, he's now back into his thing. So he goes to Fini to see what he wants, what moves I have, and I do wheel Rock Tomb. So he can't really set up unless he has agility, or he's just banded with Aqua Jet or something like that. So I think here I go for the attack despite the likelihood of him attacking, but I want to lower his speed nonetheless for Zapdos. So I got rid of Fini, which is huge, since now we can get rid of the rest of his team. So status the rest of his team. Here he goes for E-Speed, as he has Earthquake and E-Speed. So I'm like, okay, his moveset's very limited then. So he has to have something for Zapdos. So, but I realize Aromatisse can also work as well. So yeah. At this point, I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna keep Calm Minding. He goes for Thunder Wave a little bit too early, so with the Misty Terrain still up. I do get another special attack drop, but so at this point, Aromatisse is just gonna pretty much set up on this guy, as I do get another special attack drop. So yeah, it's pretty much acting like Scald. So he goes for Scald. He does burn me, but the thing is, with the burn, I rather him burn me than paralyze me, since now I can actually set up on this thing for sure. So I'm gonna go for Wish, and I'm just gonna keep CMing. So at this point in the game, it's pretty much over. Aromatisse is just gonna its bulk is just going to allow it just to set up on this Lantern. So especially with the special attack drops, because that's one of the things I like about CM users with that are fairy types, since But Moonblast, they're just gonna like be able to set up on these Mons drops. Moonblast drops, they'll just set up on them. So I go for another wish here, as this is pretty much over. Like, Dragonite, I don't think it could, unless he has like Waterfall, it just punches me down. But yeah, I was just gonna recover this damage off anyway, so. I did have Kiba Berry just to, and Side Shock just to hit the Nidoking. But, well, he didn't come, so. Anyway, so. At this point in the game, like, third interruption, so I do apologize for that, so anyways, that is a good game to mark. So I do want to mention this last part. So apparently, I think it didn't even know that like I had aromatase. So despite the fact that I had it for like, I did mention in the trade draft, so I'm not so sure what happened there. So like, so I think everyone did make some transactions like 2 or 3 weeks prior to that. So I think since I made my transactions very early, I think I was like the second person to make transactions after I think Slick. And I did get a aromatase from him. Well, it's pretty much a drop. Since like I was thinking about getting like Togetic, but then the aromatase was there. So yeah, and I was like, all right, this is a very nice Pokemon to grab. But yeah, like for this game, like it did win out like as expected. So losing Charizard to the Rotom was kind of dumb on my end, because I really should have just I thought I should have just scouted for the defense instead and just went straight to Zapdos, because I thought Zapdos had like a lot of Spadef as well, so it's like, yeah, I should have just went to Zapdos immediately. And I did have Toxic, and I could just pretty much wear down like Dragonite or one of his other mons, so yeah. I could have just like beaten it one straight out, so yeah. That was pretty much a misplay on that. But I do stand with the Manaphy, because like if he did anything else, I pretty much claimed another kill with Manaphy, and maybe it procced my berry, so where like I can actually win this. I could actually like get another kill or two. So, but then again, like Mienshao is like I believe Life Orb, so it just kills me if he hits or connects with High Jump Kick. So yeah. So now, good games to mark. He's definitely gotten really better now. So it's just that I think if he had brought like Nidoking, I think the game would have been somewhat played differently from the way both of us. But I think with a healthy Hippowdon and Drill, I think we would have just came out on top. So yeah. Especially just me not sacking Charizard like that, so yeah. So now we are up against, I think our next opponents are going to be Abrupt and Slick. So both of them have been like on a slump lately, so we'll see what happens. So I think they're also our divisional rivals, so it's going to be interesting seeing how that works out. Despite them, like, I think Abrupt is on a losing streak, so we'll see what happens in that game. So, but he has some new transactions, so let's see what happens there. As for Slick, like he has some new bonds as well. So, and afterward we have like Karen, and then I think after that it's like maybe 1 or 2 battles that might be like significant. But those are like out of division conferences, so. If so, like winning the next 2 would be very helpful. So in securing playoffs as well. So that'll be it. That's all I'm gonna say. So GG's to Mark, as Nidokings now improve our record to a 6-0. So so that's pretty much all to say. So thank you guys for watching, and see ya.